Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome out to another show. Breaking news here in Buckeye country. Dallan Hayden to the portal. It was announced today, just a little bit over an hour ago when it broke, that Dallan Hayden has officially told the coaching staff at Ohio State that he plans to enter the transfer portal when the spring window opens. What does this mean for the Buckeyes? What does this mean for Coach Day and Coach Lachlan? And what does this mean for the running back room that we just talked about yesterday and the day before, just talking about what we were excited for this running back room with the new coaching staff and this new scheme under Chip Kelly's offense? What does it mean? We'll talk about it today. This is Scarlet and Great here on YouTube. Excited to be here with you guys. My name is Shane Larson, also known as the Game Time Guru, or you can call me the Boise Buckeye. Run this show alongside Corey and Johnny, and we plan to get you more and more consistent content. And while I can, I'll be breaking the breaking news to you today. So first and foremost, the question is, and I want you guys to answer this. So leave us a comment. Is this an L for Coach Day and Coach Locke? Or is this just the cost of doing business at the highest level? Right? We're in a day and age, in a different era of college football where there's a lot of high caliber athletes, and you don't really have a lot of time to wait in regards to your playing time, because you can literally go anywhere now with NIL and transfer portal situation and you don't have to wait to play. You can go somewhere and really contribute and cash in if you really are good enough and really make the best fit for yourself. Is that the cost of doing business at the highest level? Here's my opinion, and I want to know your guys' thoughts too. So again, this is a show for Buckeyes fans by Buckeyes fans, right? We want to converse with all of you guys. Yesterday we talked about, this is the main fit here. We had Hayden, Henderson, and Judkins looking at the spring game, and I explained why I was excited about seeing what Hayden could do in this particular offensive scheme. I thought it would play to his skill sets more because, truthfully, he was one of the more effective running backs, and durable for that matter, when he did get to play. And I was excited to see him get some more carries. I think, though, with the emergence of Judkins and the potential for Judkins to come in here and really flourish under this offensive scheme probably was a big deciding factor for Hayden. But I'm a little bit worried, and here's why. Henderson is injury prone, and we'll see how Judkins does. But I was excited to see a three-headed monster, really attacking with this scheme. I don't know if it's an L for Coach Locke necessarily, but it doesn't look good, right? Because we mismanaged Hayden, I felt like, in the last two seasons. And in some seasons where, Hayden got experience in a big-time bowl game, right? We forget about that. What he brings to the next program that he goes to is experience at a high, high level, okay? Like, not many people get to play in a college football playoff game and actually contribute as a freshman, and that's what he did. So he comes to with the experience inside of a big-time program like Ohio State, big-time games, preparing for Michigan games, and playing in a college football playoff. He's been there. So he's going to immediately impact the team. But where I get frustrated, and maybe Corey and Johnny disagree with me on this, and maybe we don't, but I really feel like he was the most effective runner. And yes, while his pass blocking was suspect at times, I feel like you're only going to get better at that with repetition. And I felt like we could have given him more opportunities when he was on the field. Because when he touched the ball, he was electric. He could get yards. And that's what we needed last year, especially when running backs weren't getting their yards. The offensive line was having its struggles. We needed to get yards. We needed to get movement. And he brought that. He could immediately shift the momentum of a game. I feel like that's the biggest L that we're facing here from a coaching staff's perspective. But I don't think the fan base or the coaches are going to consider it an L, because they're going to look and say, oh, well, we got Judkins and Henderson. We're going to rock this. Chip Kelly's coming in to light things up. We're going to be just fine. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm just not 100% sure. Maybe he didn't like the spread offense. That could be a potential piece of it. but maybe he felt like what he was seeing here in the spring, maybe he felt like, okay, it's probably going to be a situation just like last year. I need to go get a bag and I need to go play. And I don't blame him for that. If I'm Dallan Hayden, his specific situation where he could have easily been in the rotation last year and they were letting him develop more and more. And then having Judkins come in, I just thought it would be a good opportunity for him to flourish. But I also thought Lachlan coming in could have really helped him out, really sparked some things for Hayden. And I wonder, just like Johnny was talking about, is this an L for Lachlan? Like, does this look good or bad for him? Did he come in here kind of like an executive, comes into a corporate office and just shifts up course and starts laying down the law? I don't know what's going on in the locker room. I don't want to make assumptions and bring storylines that aren't necessarily true and have no factual, background to it. But I just want to bring up potential scenarios. I feel like it's not necessarily a loss in the sense of a terrible situation for the Buckeyes, because we're going to be just fine with who we have and the scheme that we have and the weapons that we have. But it does feel a little bit dark, right? Because we feel like we missed out on an opportunity there. And I wish the guy well. We want to say thank you for him joining the show. I had the opportunity to interview Dallan Hayden. Loved talking to that guy when he was in high school. And right before, he had made his visits and he had committed and he was doing his thing. And before he got to Columbus, he was just a super good dude who just joined the show and let me ask him questions. And if you guys want to listen to that interview, feel free. It's here on the platform. So we want to say thanks and we want to say congrats. Like I said before, Hayden is one of those unique guys in the transfer portal that has played at an extremely high level and can immediately contribute to a program at a high level program. I mean, he contributed at one of the best schools and football programs in the country. So anywhere he goes, he can immediately contribute. And that's what I'm excited for him for. So congrats to him. Congrats to him for being patient, handling it very professionally, in my opinion. I mean, the whole situation he handled with grace, and he handled this whole thing last year with like dignity. And I thought, I mean, most kids these days you see taking to social media and doing some things that probably leave a bad mark on their reputation. I didn't see him do that when he easily could have. So congrats to him for doing that. We here, Corey and Johnny and myself, want to say congrats to him and best of luck going forward. But what's next for the Buckeyes? What's next for the Buckeyes running back room? Do we have enough depth to handle any potential injuries? And I don't want to put that out there, but we're obviously talking like there's a track record here. You know what I'm saying? So what's next for the Buckeyes in the running back room? Let us know. And again, if you guys want to support the show, the best thing to do is hit that follow button. We're trying to get this thing up to 6,000 subscribers before we get to the next season. We're going to be ramping up content throughout the offseason, bringing you more Buckeye content. We're going to put together our TikTok channel too, just to have some additional footage there. We're really just trying to build this platform, but it's for Buckeyes fans, by Buckeyes fans. We appreciate you tuning in. Let us know your thoughts on the Hayden transfer here in the comments. We'll talk to you guys next time.